There's something tall, watching from the trees, no face, no eyes. And when you see him, it's already too late. These are 5 Slenderman encounters so disturbing, you might regret listening to them. Alone. I am the Tales Keeper, and here's another story to listen to. Do not forget to turn off the lights, put on your headphones. Time to listen to another spooky tale. Story 1. The Forest Whisperer. This happened in 2012 during a weekend campout with Troop 119 in Wisconsin. They had gone to the Black River State Forest. Dense, quiet, the kind of place where the trees seem to breathe if you sit still long enough. One of the campers, a 12-year-old named Jeremy, wasn't the social type. While the other boys joked and roasted marshmallows, Jeremy wandered off with a flashlight and his sketchbook. He liked drawing trees, he said. But when he didn't return by lights out, the scoutmaster grew worried. A search began. They called his name, combed the surrounding trails, and even radioed the park rangers. No response. Then, just after 3 a.m., they heard humming. A soft, whispery tune, almost like a lullaby, coming from a clearing near the edge of a dried-up creek. Jeremy was there, sitting cross-legged in the dirt. His flashlight was off, his eyes wide and glassy. He didn't blink, didn't speak, just stared straight ahead, mumbling something under his breath. The sketchbook lay open beside him, dozens of pages filled with the same image. A tall, faceless man in a black suit, always hidden between the trees, always closer in each drawing. When they tried to lift Jeremy to his feet, he finally spoke. He said, "I shouldn't talk anymore." They rushed him back to camp. He didn't talk the rest of the trip. His parents pulled him from scouts. He never went camping again. Years later, one of the other boys who had been on the trip shared the story online with a photo of one of Jeremy's sketches. What was strange wasn't the drawing, it was the tree line behind the figure, because it matched the exact shape of the clearing where Jeremy had been found. And behind that same tree line was something tall, watching. Story 2. The Midnight Drawing. They moved into the new house just after Christmas. It was quiet. Too quiet, her mom said. No dogs barking, no kids playing outside. Nothing but woods out back that looked almost untouched. Amelia was 14, smart, quiet, always drawing. At first her sketches were normal. Trees, flowers, random anime characters. But then the drawings changed. One morning, her mom found dozens of pages scattered across the floor. All of them showed the same figure. A tall, faceless man in a black suit, always standing somewhere behind Amelia's drawn self. Sometimes at the end of a hallway. Other times, staring through her bedroom window. When asked, Amelia just said, "He's real. I see him every night." Her parents thought it was a phase, maybe too much horror online. But then came the sleepwalking. Twice they found her outside in the middle of the night, barefoot, staring at the woods. When her dad tried to wake her, she whispered, "He's calling me. He's lonely." They set up baby monitors, security lights. Nothing helped. One night around 3:17 a.m., the monitor picked up humming and static. Her mom rushed in, only to find Amelia at the window, drawing with her finger on the glass. When daylight came, they checked the window pane. Scratched into the outside glass were crude stick figures, no faces, all of them reaching for a smaller figure. Her. Story 3. The CCTV footage. Dale had been a park ranger for over a decade. Nothing rattled him until that week in October 2016. Parents started reporting strange things near the playground. Kids talking to the tall man, strange footprints, even complaints of static messing with baby monitors nearby. Dale thought it was just urban legends creeping into the suburbs, but to be safe, he installed motion-triggered cameras. 3 pointed toward the trees, 1 directly at the swing set. For 5 nights, nothing. But on the 6th, the camera caught something. Off. At exactly 3:04 a.m., the swing set began to move. Slow, back and forth, like a child was using it. But there was no wind, no animals, just stillness, and something standing beside it. A tall figure, 7 feet, maybe more. Pale, suited. It didn't move. It didn't look at the camera. It just stood there, the swing shifting beside it. The footage turned to static 11 seconds later. When Dale rewound the tape, it skipped that frame entirely. That same day, Dale started hearing whispers over his Ranger radio. Just static at first, then faint humming, like a child's lullaby. He left his job 2 weeks later. He says he still hears that lullaby, only between 3 and 3:15 a.m. Story 4. The Missing Friend. It was just a dare, Ryan told the cops. We didn't think he'd actually vanish. In 2009, 2 best friends, Ryan and Caleb, decided to explore a nature trail in rural Maryland rumored to be haunted. The locals called it Whisperway. Tall trees, twisted paths, and no cell phone signal. The perfect place for a ghost story. They joked at first, filmed a mock documentary on an old camcorder. If we find Slenderman, Caleb laughed. You better get it on tape. But after 20 minutes in, Ryan turned around, and Caleb was gone. No crunch of footsteps, no snapping twigs, just gone. Ryan screamed his name, ran in circles through the brush, but nothing. Then he heard it. A soft crackle, like radio static. He followed it until he found a tree. Nailed to the bark was a torn page with 3 words written in shaky handwriting. Leave him now. Ryan sprinted back to the entrance and called for help. Search teams combed the area for days. No tracks, no blood, no signs of Caleb, just the camcorder they left behind. Found hanging by its strap on a tree branch. The last frame, Caleb waving at the camera, and something tall and blurry behind him. Story 5. The Birthday Sleepover. It was supposed to be a fun night, just 5 kids at Adam's house for his 10th birthday. Pizza, movies, flashlight tag, and 1 horror video they weren't supposed to watch. Let's watch Slenderman, his friend Jace whispered. The real one. They pulled it up online, a blurry, creepy clip of someone walking alone in the woods. Suddenly the video glitched. The screen flickered and the figure appeared. Tall, faceless, watching. They laughed at first, nervous energy, but Adam didn't. He went quiet. Then later that night, while the others slept, he started crying in his sleep. Not loud, more like soft whimpers. Jace tried waking him, but Adam sat up on his own, eyes wide, not blinking. He was in the corner. He whispered. He watched all of us, but I was the only one who saw him move. The room was empty, of course, but none of them could go back to sleep after that. In the morning, they packed up and left early. Adam's mom went to clean the window by his bed and noticed something weird. Scratched into the frost of the outside glass was a circle with an X through it. That was the last sleepover Adam ever had. So, do you still think he's just a story? Slenderman was born from fiction, but the fear is very real. Sleep tight tonight, if you can. I'm the Tales Keeper, and I'll be back soon with another tale to keep you up at night. Don't forget to subscribe And remember, some stories aren't meant to be heard alone.